Testing 1 2 1 2. Christ, all right, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shah Thumb to all the brothers. Yahweh Shem all the Thumb by Shem Shah all the sisters. This is Durham, North Carolina Sabbath service class. Priest and Officer Mahayah with me conducting as well as Officer Mayashar, Salakia, Yanazar. You understand? So we're going to get right into it, but if we could, just blow the horn to commence the Sabbath service. So Midium, which means to stand. Wapanya Kwadam, which means rise and face the east. We start out with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew.
Abanawa, Shabash Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Natananawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawath Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tabia Ayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abol, Hawashaya Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwith, Waha'ala, Wahathaparith, La'aiwalumium,
Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it.
The prayer for the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Bahashem
Yahweh Shai. Baba Kasha. Nathunla Nawa. Hakak. The power Ah. Kal Makala. Wakal Madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Ha. Matazarayam. Hakak. Lahaklium. Hamathium. Hakak. Al-Raraka-Awath. Hatama'ala. Lagarashan. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Tawada Aman.
In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahayam. Matazabaya Ah. Alawap Yahana. Alawapium. Hasaranyam. Hakotazayanyam. Hakoyayoyum. Wahagwatian. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
121st Psalm in the Hebrew. Aisha,
Aisha,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Al-Haharium,
Al-Haharium,
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan,
Yaba'a,
Yaba'a,
Isaiah,
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 Ma'aim,
Ma'aim,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Shemayim,
Shemayim,
Wa'arataza,
Wa'aratazah,
Al-Yathan,
Al-Yathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Ragalka,
Wagalka,
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hanala'a,
Hanala'a,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yasha Allah,
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazalka,
Al-Yad,
Al-Yad,
Yamyaka,
Yamyaka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'a,
La'a,
Yakaka,
Kaka,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Balayallah,
Walayallah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamar,
Makalrai,
Kara,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Athnapashka,
Napashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Tazaatka,
Taza'aka,
Wabawaatka,
Wabawa'aka,
Ma'ayatha,
Mayatha,
Wa'aid Iwalam.
Wa'aida Walam. In the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hill.
From which cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord,
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
Will not
moved.
suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he
Israel
that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy
The
shade
Lord is thy shade
upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in,
and thy coming in
this time forth
from this time forward
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
The 83rd Psalm in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al-Dami Alaka,
Al Damayalaka,
Al-Thakarash,
Al Thakarash,
Al-Thashakwat,
Al Tashakwat,
Al
Al
Kayahana,
Hayahana,
Iwabiaka,
Awayabyaka,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yawan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Imaka,
Al Imaka,
Yaira Yamwa,
Yaira Yamwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatha,
Wayatha,
Ya'ai Tazawa,
Ya'ai Tazawa,
Al-Taza Pawanyaka,
Al Tazapawanyaka,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakidam,
Wanakakidam,
Magoya,
Magolia,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Sham Yashala,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Dawa'ai Tazawa,
Nawa'ai Tazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Alyaka,
Alyaka,
Barayath,
Barya,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Aholia,
Aholia,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wayashemai,
Yashemai,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Mawa'aba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagariam,
Wahagariam,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'amawan,
Wayamawan,
Wa'amalak,
Wayamalak,
Palashath,
Palashah,
I'm Yeshabia,
I'm Yeshabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aishalaham,
Aishalaham,
Kamadian,
Kamadian,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah,
Kayabian,
Kayabian,
Panakal,
Banakal,
Kwayashwan,
Kwayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan,
Ba'ayan,
Da'ara,
Da'ara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Adama,
La'adama,
Sayatamwa,
Sayatamwa,
Nada,
Nada,
Yabmawa,
Yabmawa,
Kai Arab,
Ka'arab,
Wakazaba,
Kazabak,
Wakazabak,
Kazabak,
Wakatazal,
Katazol,
Mana'ai,
Manai,
Kal Nesaya Kamwa,
Cow and Sai Kamu,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amar,
Nayarasha,
Nayarasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Ath,
Ah,
Na'awaf,
Na'awa,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Sayatamwa,
Sayatamwa,
Kagogala,
Kagogala,
Kakwash,
Quash,
Lapanya Raraka,
the Panya Rabaka,
Kaash,
Ka'ash,
Tabia Ira,
Baba Yaira,
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 Wakalahaba,
Kalahaba,
Dalahat,
Kalahat,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Khan,
Gan,
Daradapma,
Daradap,
Basa Iraka,
Basa Iraka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapafka,
Wapathka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Kalawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwash,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Aija Ai,
Aigyai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Waya Abadwa,
Waya Abadwa,
Waya Dayawa,
Waya Dayawa,
Kaya Atha,
Kaya Tha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Aliyawan,
Alyawan,
Al-Kal Ha'arataza.
Al-Kaharataza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence,
Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace.
and be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh.
for lo,
lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thy enemies make a tumult.
and they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against
and consulted against
thy hidden ones.
thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
come
come,
and let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation.
that the name of Israel
That the name of Israel
may be no more in
may
remembrance.
be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee,
are confederate
the
against
tabernacles of
the
Edom,
tabernacles of Edom
and the
and
Ishmaelites,
the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab
and the
and
Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of
the
Tyre.
inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur
A sword
also
also
is joined with
is
them.
joined with them.
They have hope in the children
They
of
have
Lot.
hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the
as
Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kison,
at the brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles
Make their nobles
like Oreb
like Oreb
and like
and
Zeeb.
like Zeeb.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
as Zabah
as Sabbah
and as Almunah,
and as Almunah,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
Oh, my power,
Oh, my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as a stumble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth a wood,
as the fire burneth a wood,
and as a flame
and as the flame
set the mountains on fire.
setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute
So
them
persecute them
with thy
with
tempest,
thy tempest,
and make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy
with
storm.
thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy
that
name.
they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
Oh, Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to
let
shame
them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Shout, means to be seated. Son of Christ. We're gonna pick up, I'm saying, right where we left off last week. Right, pick up at book of Genesis, chapter 15. We're gonna pick up at verse 18, right?
Come on, come.
Let's pick up Genesis chapter 15, verse 18. For those who got to read along with the brothers as we read, you can just go to blueletterbible.org. You understand? Type in Genesis chapter 15. Scroll down to verse 18 and press that blue button that says tools on the side, and it'll pull up the Assyrian Hebrew. Right? And you can just follow along, right? So whenever you're ready, Azar.
Come on, come, sir.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 15, and verse 18 in Hebrew. By a woman, Hawa-ha-ha-wa-ah, Korath, Yahweh, Ath, Abraham, or Abram, Salakia, Barayath, La Amar, Lazaraithka, Salakia, Lazaraika, Nathathia, Ath, Ha'aratazah, Hazaath, Manahar, Matazarium, Aid, Hanahar, Hagadol, Nahar, Parath. Verse 19. Ath, Hakwayanaya, Wa'ath, Hakwanazaya, Wa'ath, Hakwadanya. Verse 20. Wa'ath, Hakathia, Wa'ath, Haparayaza, Haparazaya, Wa'ath hara pa'ayam. Verse 21. Wa'ath ha'adamaria. Wa'ath ha'kana'inya. Wa'ath hagar ragashia. Wa'ath hayaba wasia. Salakia. I don't know, boy. I went way back. We're going to 16:1. Salakia. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 16, and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Washaria, Ashath, Abram, Salakia, La'ah, Yalada, Lawa, Wala, Shapaka, Matazariath, Salakia, Washama, Hagar. Verse 2. Watha Amor, Sharia, Al Abrum, Hana, Na'a, Aitazarunya, Yahweh, Maladath, Ba'a, Na'a, Al Shapakathia, Awalaya, Abana, Mamana, Waya Shamai, Abrum, Lakwawol, Sharia. And verse 3 is the last one. Wahakwak, Sharia, Ashath, Abrum, Ath, Hagar, Hamatazariath, Shapakafath, Makwatazah, Aishar, Shanyim, Lashabath, Abram, Ba'aratazah, Canaan, Wathathun, Afa, La Abram, Ayasha, Lawa, La Aisha. Okay, so we're going to go. This is the book of Genesis chapter 15 and verse 18 in English. In the same day, the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the Euphrates. That's from the river of Egypt is the Nile River, all the way up to the Euphrates River, which I believe is in present day Iraq. You understand? And verse 19, the Kenites and the Kenizzites and the Cadmonites. Verse 20, and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Rephaims. Verse 21, and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Girgashites and the Jebusites. And this is the book of Genesis chapter 16 and verse 1 in English. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, bare him no children, and she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. Verse 2, and Sarah said unto Abram, behold, now the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my maid. It may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarah.
All right. You know what I'm saying? She was barren, meaning what? She couldn't have children. Lord didn't open her womb. You understand? This is back when a time where women understood the value of what? Of having children. It was important. It was an honor. it was a woman's purpose. And when she got a man, she knows what she knows. I have to, I have to help this man continue his generation, man, continue his lineage. It was an honorable thing, not like how in today's time, you understand, where women don't even value or respect, the act of having sex and what comes with having sex, and don't even value the life of a child, don't value, continuing a man's generation, vice versa with the brothers as well, because we're so far from our culture, we don't even understand just how important it is for us to be fruitful and multiply.
Come on, car. And if I may, sir, like this is such a righteous act right here. Like all of you daughters of Sarah out there, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, this is something that you should pay close attention to. Because Sarah, she loved Abraham so much, the name of the that she gave him. She wasn't jealous, man. She loved him enough to, hey, listen, I ain't giving you no seed, but you got to have some seeds. So take this woman here and marry her and have children with her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that is a sacrifice. You understand? Most women would not have done that. You understand? But this is an example for our women to see. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be jealous. If your man has another woman, you understand what I'm saying? If he's righteous and he handles his business correctly, it is not unrighteous for him to do that. You understand? So that's all I want to say on that. Let's get it back. It's very righteous, that's what she did. You understand? As far as her being unselfish. She was selfless in this particular instance right here. At this point. God over the God. Okay. Verse 3. And Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her handmaid, the Egyptian, and Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abram to be his wife.
You'll see.
If I may, I could comment on it. Yeah. Well, we wait. Let's see what the brother. But I understand why it was this way. You understand? It wasn't right. It doesn't make it right, because this child through Hagar was counted as the seed of the flesh, meaning that it was like not lawful really, and that's why he didn't get the birthright, even though he was the oldest. But we're going to get more on it. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 16 and verse 4 in the Hebrew. Wayabaya al Hagar, Wathahar, Watha Ra'ah, Kaya, Haratha, Wathakwal, Gabaratha, Ba'ayanaya. Verse 5. Watha Amar, Sharia al Abram, Kamasaya, Aliaka, Anakia, Nathathaya, Shapakathia, Bakaya Kwaka, Wathara'a Kaya, Haratha, Wa'akwal, Ba'ayanaya, Yashapat, Yahweh, Bayanaya, Wabayanayaka. And verse 6, Salakia. Waya Amar Abram al Sharia, Hana, Shapakathaka, Bayadaka, Aishia, Laha, Hatawab, Ba'ayanayaka, Watha Aina, Shaya, Watha Barak, Bapanya. Verse 7. Waya Mataza'ah, Mala'aka, Yahweh al Ayun, Hamayim, Bama Dabar, al Ha'ayun, Bararaka, Shawor. Verse 8. Waya Amar, Hagar, Shapakath, Sharia, Ayah, Mazah, Ba'ath, Wa'ana, Falakaya, Watha Amar, Mapanya, Sharia, Gabarathia, Anukia, Barakath. Verse 9. Waya Amar, Laha, Mala'aka, Salakia, Yahweh, Sharabia, al Gabarathaka, Waha Tha'ainia, Thakath, Yadaya. Verse 10. Wayamar Laha, Malaka, Mala'aka, Yahweh, Harabah, Arabah, Ath, Ra'aika, Wala'ah, Yasapar, Marab. Verse 11. Was 10 the last one? Karamankan. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 16 and verse 4 in English. And he went in unto Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes.
Meaning what? What does that mean?
That means that once she had that baby, or once she knew that she had become pregnant, she looked down on Sarah. She put the evil eye. It's like she thought she was better than Sarah, who was her, mistress. You know what I'm saying? Who was her boss. You understand? But now she, you know how women are. Well, I gave you a seed.
Read that one more time.
Salaki. And he went in unto Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes.
Despised in her eyes?
Yeah.
Meaning Sarai looking at her like this.
No, her mistress, which was Sarah, was despised in her eyes, meaning that she looked down on Sarah. Sarah was not jealous of her. Sarah wanted her to give Abram a seed. We're going to read on and we're going to see.
Yeah, I got you.
That, it was her. It was Hagar that was acting a fool, not Sarah. It was
right. Salaki, you're right.
It was Hagar that was Salaki, sir.
No, you're good.
That was, that was acting out, man. Like she thought she was better than Sarah because Sarah couldn't have. I seen this actually happen. I used to work I used to work in a nursing home, and it was all mostly Benjaminites working in there, and Africans, right? And like they used to do that. They used to say things like that to each other. Like it was this one sister. She was a beautiful sister. She was from Grenada, and she had 2 children, but both of her children were handicapped. And one of this, they got into a little dispute, and the other sister went on and talking about her children, call her children poison seeds, and you understand what I'm saying? I never forgot that because I never seen women do nothing like that before till that point. But this is the kind of thing that women, if they think they got an advantage over you, like she had healthy children, what she perceived as healthy children, and this woman had children that wasn't so healthy.
Yeah.
So she thought she was better than
Yeah.
her. This is the same kind of thing right here. You know? And the sister that had the 2 handicapped children, she was a beautiful sister. I mean, in every way you could think of, spiritually, physically, she just was a beautiful person, man.
Right.
And this other sister was probably jealous of her and tried to make her feel bad because her children were born with handicap. But she took care of them, and they was beautiful children in their conduct. You know. Anyway, I'm Salakia.
No, it's what?
You know. Verse 5. And Sarah said unto Abram, my wrong be upon thee. I have given my maid into thy bosom, and when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eye. The Lord's judge between me and thee. You understand? She's asking that the Lord show who's right or wrong.
Right.
You understand? She wasn't supposed to give that woman to Abram. You understand? She was supposed to wait till the Most High allowed her to have seed. And this is what she's realizing now. You understand? Where was I? In verse 8. Salakia. And Abram said unto Sarai, behold, thy maid is in thy hand. Do to her as it pleases thee. And when Sarah dealt hardly with her, she fled from her face. You understand? You can't let these people run over you, man. You got to stand up.
Gave a piece of her mind. No.
She probably, made her work hard or chastised her. You understand? She made everything hard for her. Everything else was twa because she was pregnant. They probably treating her good. You know what I'm saying? And then she acted like that. So she checked her. Salakia. Verse 7. And the angel of the Lord found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness, by the fountain in the way of Shur. Verse 8. And he said, Hagar, Sarah's maid, whence camest thou? Salakia. And whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress, Sarai. Verse 9. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, return to thy mistress and submit thyself unto her hands. Verse 10. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, I will multiply thy seed exceedingly, that it shall not be numbered for multitude, because this is Abraham's seed. You understand? This is why. You understand? The Most High, still gave them a blessing. This is Abraham's seed, but this was not the seed that the Most High was going to choose. You understand? And also, this is a good precept for, like, when people think that the Most High spoke directly to a person, he always sends the angel, man. The Most High don't come down and speak to nobody. You understand? He never gets off his throne. So let's get that whole idea out the mix. The Most High sends a messenger, an angel, or a prophet every time. Every time. He sends an angel or a prophet, even with Moses. You understand? So let's get that clear. What was that, 10? Okay, so we start at 11. This is the book of Genesis chapter 16 and verse 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, oh, I'm sorry, sir. Salakia, sir. The book of Genesis chapter 16 verse 11 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar Laha Malaka Yahweh Hanaka or Hanak Hara Wayaladath Ban Wakwarath Shamwa Yasham Ainaal Yasham I Allah. Yasham I Allah. Kaya Shemai Yahweh Al Aniaka. Verse 12. Wahawa'a Yahaya Para'a Adam Yadawa Bakal Wayad Kal Bawa Wa'al Panya Kal Akyawa Yashakun. Verse 13. Wafa Kwara'a Shum Yahweh Hadabar Aliyah Aliyah Afa Al Ra'aya Kaya Amara Hagum Halum Ra'ayathia Akaria Ra'aya. Verse 14. Al Khan Kwara'a La Ba'ar Lakia Ra'aya Hana Bayan Kodash Wabayan Barad. Verse 15. Wakalad Hagar La Abram Ban Wayakwara'a Abram Sham Banwa Ashar Yadala Hagar Yashamayala. Yashamayala. Oh, okay, that's Ishmael. Yashamayala is that word. Yashamayala. Verse, where was I? 16, right? Verse 16. The water, sir. Wa Abram Ban Shamanayam Shana Washasha Shanyam Baladath Hagar Ath Yashamayala La Abram. Okay, well, we go 2 in here. We go up to 2, right? Just 1? The water, sir. This is the book of Genesis chapter 17 and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayahaya Abram Ban Hasha'ayam Shana Wafashai Shanyam Wayara'a Yahweh Al Abram Waya Amar Al Yahweh Anya Al Shaddai Shadia Hafa Halaka La Panya Wahaya Famayam. And this is the book of Genesis, chapter 16, and we're going to start at verse 11, right? Kind of one concert. In the English. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction. And he will be a wild man. If this ain't the truth, boy, I don't know. He will be a wild man. That's why I say he'll understand if you keep reading. Kind of one call. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him. Now, ain't that the truth?
It's the only nation people I know that damn strap a bomb to themselves and go blow up a damn bus
with children in it.
With, you know what I'm saying? Blow up a building, a subway. You know what I'm saying? That is a wild man for you. And think they're gonna die and get what is it? 72 version?
72 version in the kingdom of heaven.
Now they ain't a wild man. And they say that's that, and they be trying to negate, say, oh, that's who's supposed to be Supposed to inherit the kingdom.
and me who had studied Islam, they would tell you that, if you die in the name of the Lord, you'll be in heaven that very day. So if you go blow up a bus, I'm dead serious.
That's crazy. And that's the jihad.
Jihad. When you sacrifice your life for Allah by murder, you go to heaven that very day, according to Islam. Don't care who you kill. If it's in the name of Allah, it's all right. Suicide.
In the name of murder and suicide. You know what I'm saying? Great nonsense is that.
You understand? It is nonsense, man. It shows you that they're not in the truth, man. Ain't nobody. The kingdom of heaven is going to be right here on the earth, man. Ain't nobody going to be floating around in heaven.
Show you that the Lord had plans for this nation too. That's why he's like, nah, go back. go get on back over there. Get on back over there. You know what I'm saying? Submit yourself under that woman. You know what I'm saying? Because we got plans. We got plans for Ishmael. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Priest? What's going on?
Verse 12. And he will be a wild man, and his hand will be against every man, and every man's hand will be against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. Verse 13. And she called the name of the Lord that spake unto her, Thou God seest me. For she said, Have I also here looked after him that seeth me? Verse 14. Wherefore the well was called Be'er Laha'irol. Behold, it is between Kadesh and Bered. Now the Arabs claim that this is the well of Zamzam that they have in what they call the city of Mecca. They claim that this is the well that still exists and that they drink from to this day. They say, like, I learned this from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who taught something, if I may. He said that he went over there, he did his Hajj or whatever, and he drank from there. He said the water is very light. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what I remember. Anyway, but they claim that this is the well that they have in the city of Mecca to this day. They claim this is the same well. That's what they claim in Islam. You understand this? So all of these things that they do, they try to legitimize them taking the birthright from us, which is not in the scriptures. They never get even until the book of Revelation, the promise it goes to Israel, not Ishmael. But the Muslims try to change the game. You understand what I'm saying? And go against God and go against the Bible.
Just like everybody else.
Okay, kind of. They all Christians, man.
Everybody else try to include themselves in the blessings that's only for the Israelites.
Kind of want to come.
Everybody want to be a part. And it's crazy how we say that terms like everybody want to be black, nobody want to be black. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They all want the blessings. You know what I'm saying? But none of these curses, man.
They don't want the fire.
Yeah. They don't want that chastisement that come behind it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to come.
Garments looking glorious.
Most High in Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14. Yeah. Wherefore the well was, we read that. Verse 15. And Hagar bare Abram a son, and Abram called his son's name, which Hagar bare, Ishmael. And Abram, verse 16, and Abram was fourscore and 6 years old, meaning he was 86 years old, when Hagar bare Ishmael to Abram. Abram was 86. Right, score is 20, right? 20. So 80 is 80 and 6 is 86 years. Okay, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 17 and verse 1 in the English.
Oh, no, yeah,
then we start again. The water, sir. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared unto Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty God. Walk before me and be thou perfect.
No, you can't be perfect.
Be thou perfect.
It's impossible. Only Christ is perfect.
Meaning, do whatever I tell you to do, and you'll be perfect. That's all it means. Obey God. That's perfection. Never to disobey God is perfection. You understand? And we can achieve this, man. This is a commandment, man. You understand what I'm saying? This is a commandment right here. Okay, this is the book of Genesis. Be thou perfect, man. Ain't that something? How you like that, Christians? Okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17 and verse 2 in the Hebrew. Wa'afana barayathia bayanaya wa bayanaka wa'araba awathaka bama'ad ma'ad. Verse 3. Wayapal Abram al Panyawa Wayadabar Athwa Alahayim la Amar. Verse 4. Anya Hana Bariathia Athaka or Athaka, yeah. Wahaya Yath Wa'ab Hamawan Gawayam. That's the nations. Verse 5. Wala'a Yakwara'a Iwad Ath Shemaka Abram Wahaya Shemaka Abraham Kaya Ab Hamawan Gawayam Nathathiaka. Verse 16. Wa haparathia Athaka Ma'ad Wana Fathiaka Lagawayam Wama Lakayam Mamaka Yataza Awa. 18 will be the last one. We started at 11, so no. Yeah, con. Don't I throw out, sir. I'm seeing number. I'm seeing double up here, yo. Yeah. So like it. I'm looking at
No.
8.
Yeah, so it's verse 8.
Okay. Verse 7. So like I'm looking at 7, seeing 17. I'm like, yeah.
I'm thinking like, man, you read that man that fast shit. Right.
So like it's my bad. So like everybody. Verse 7. And so like I was supposed to read it in the Hebrew. Waha Kwamathia. So like let me say it right. Waha Kwamathia. Ath Bariathia. Bayanaya. Wabayanaka. Wabayan. Zaraaika, Akariaka, Lada Ratham, Labariath, Iwalum, that's forever. Lahayawath, Laka, La Alahayim, Wala Zaraaika, Akariaka. And verse 8. Wanafathia laka wala zaraaika Akariaka ath Aratazar Magariaka ath Kal Aratazar Kana'ain la'a kaza, la'a kaza, kazaf, iwalum, wahaya yathia, lahum, la'a, la'alahayim. Okay. And this is the book of Genesis chapter 17 and verse 2. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell on his face. And God talked with him, saying, as for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Verse 5. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham, for a father of many nations have I made thee. Verse 6. And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. Verse 7. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generations. Listen to this, Christians, for a everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee and to thy seed, if I may, sir. Like, the suffering of Israel is because of Israel. But although Israel broke the covenant, the Most High never breaks his covenant. He never breaks his part of the deal. So therefore, to keep his part of the deal, because he's the righteous Father and his word shall not fail, he sent Christ to redeem the Israelites, to readopt us back to the Most High, because we broke the first covenant. This is what our people need to understand. And this is something that Christians don't want to understand and never will understand until they come into the real truth. When the Most High say an everlasting covenant, when he said it shall come to pass, that's exactly what it means, man. There's no mysterious breakdown of it. It's exactly that. An everlasting covenant, and that's it, ever. And the Most High, he says he's not going to give his honor to anybody, meaning that his word is going to be honored regardless of what anybody thinks, man. You understand? Y'all don't know nothing about this power. You understand? Until you come to the truth, then you learn about the Most High. You understand? We know what we worship. You know what it say, ye know not what ye worship. Salaki. Verse 18, verse 8, I mean. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession. That means it's our land forever, man. That's what I see, right? That's what I see. This is our land forever, y'all.
Somebody have to move out.
Yeah, man. We were supposed to move them out. That's why we didn't get it, because we didn't move them all out. We started following them, and God said, I will no longer remove these people from in front of you. Meaning, and he said he's going to leave them there to be a trap for us, a snare and a trap for us. And that's exactly what happened, man. We started following after these nations, man. I love this truth, man. You understand? Because we understand exactly what went down, because we have the records right here. And we have the generals and the captains and the officers above us to break these things down and cause us to understand these things. And we share these things with our people for free. We don't charge you. You understand? For an everlasting possession, and I will be their God. You understand? So, like me, what I learned in the UPK is that whenever the Most High say something, it's not ever going to change. He says, I am the Lord. In what is it, Malachi 3:6? I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed, man. Meaning that no matter what goes down, we going through this punishment or whatever, we still going to come out on top on the other end, man. That's what it means. You understand? We in the Isupk County Commander General in honor, we stand by that. We live by that. We live for that. We ain't giving our honor to anybody. We ain't sharing nothing with nobody. This is our record. This is our truth, man. Y'all other people, you could believe what the hell you want. Salakia. It's just that we in the truth, like we get tired of all of this nonsense out here, man. All of these different doctrines that they try to teach our people and keep our people from knowing the truth, man. So we have to stand firm and announce it to the world that we do have the truth, man. And we giving it up. We following the Lord, man. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17 and verse 9 in the Hebrew. Wayamar Alahayim al Abraham Wa'ath Bariathia Vashamar Atha Wazaraika Akariaka Ladarathum Ladarathum Khan. Verse 10. Za'ath Bariathia Ashar Fashamarwa Bayanaya Waba Yayanayakam Wabayam Zariaka Akariaka Hamawal Lakam Kal Zakar. Verse 11. Wana Malatham Ath Bashar Iralathakam Wahaya La Awath Barayath Bayanaya Wabayanayakam. Verse 13. Hamawal Yamawal Ya Layak Waya Salakia Ya Layad Bayathaka no Bayakaka Wamakwanath Kasapaka Wahayatha Barayathia Baba Sharakam Labarathia no Salakia Labarayath Iwalum. That means forever. I know, but like for all the people out there who wants to try to say that the New Testament is separate from the Old Testament, you understand? Then you are in error. And you have to understand that what we're reading right here is the foundation of the whole truth. You understand? This is the foundation of the covenant that God made with Abraham and his seed. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He makes a clear distinction, man. And for our people, man, stop trying to love these other nations, man, and come back to yourself, man. That's all we got to do. We got to come back to this truth and live it out. Because the victory belongs to Christ, Lord in Christ. Salakia. Verse 14. Wa'al Zakar Ashar La'ah Yamawal Ath Bashar Iralathwa Wanakaratha Hanapash Hahawa'ah Ma'aimaya Ath Bariathia Hapar. Verse 15. Waya Amar Alahayam Al Abraham Sharia Ashafaka, La'a, Fakwara'a, Af, Shema, Sharia, Kaya, Shara, Shema. Verse 15, right, is the last one, right? So let's go back to verse 9. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17, and verse 9 in English. And the Most High said unto Abram, thou shalt keep, Abraham, Salakia, thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore, thou and thy seed after thee in their generations. This is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised. Verse 11. And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskins, and it shall be a token of the covenant between me and you. Verse 12. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every man child in your generations. He that is born in the house or bought with money of any stranger which is not thy seed. Verse 13. He that is born in thy house and he that is bought with thy money must need be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant. Verse 14. And the uncircumcised man child, whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people, and he hath broken my covenant. Verse 15. And the Most High said unto Abraham, as for Sarah thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be. And this is the book of Genesis, chapter 17, and verse 16 in the Hebrew. Barakathia of 17:16, sir. 17:16. Wabarakathia Afa Wagum Nathathia Mamana Laka Ban Wabarakathia Wahayatha Lagawayum Malakia Amayum Mamana Yahayawa. Verse 17. Waya Paul Abraham al Panyawa Waya Taza Kakwa or Waya Taza Kwak Waya Amar Balabua Halabun Ma'ath Shana Yakwalad Laham Shara Habath Flasha Ayam Shana Valad. Verse 18. Wayamar Abraham al Ha'aliyahum Lawa Yashama'ayala Yahaya Lapanyaka. Verse 19. Waya Amar Alahayam Abal Shara Ashafaka Yaladath Laka Ban Wakwarath Af Shamwa Yataza Kak Waha Kwamathia Ath, Barayathia, Athwa, La Barayath, Iwalum, Lazar, Raiwa, Akariawa. Verse 20. Lasha Yasham Ma'ayala Shema'ithia, no, Salakia, Shema'ithia Ka, Hana Barakathia, Athwa, Waha Pariathia, Athwa, Laha Ba Ya'ith. So let me say that right. Waha Barayathia, Athwa Bama'ad, Ma'ad, Shanyam, Aishar, Nashiam, Waya Layad, Wana Fathiawa, Lagawaya, got a wall. Verse 21. Wa'ath, Bariathia, Aquayum, Ath, Yat Tazakakwa, Ashar, Falad, Laka, Shara, Lama Wa'aid, Hazah, Bashana, Ha'akarath, Wa'akarath, Ha'akarath. Verse 22. Wayakal Ladabar Athwa Waya'al Alahayim Ma'al Abraham. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17 and verse 16 in English. And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her.
And this is like I always like to bring this up too, because this also can help our women understand like just how powerful the Lord is, man, and just how important creation is. Like a woman in today's time, they take getting pregnant and having a child, they take it for granted. You understand? They take it for granted. They don't understand just how much of a blessing it is, which is why it's also hard for our women to understand, you know, how it is a tragic and a terrible thing for a woman, of course, to be raped. But for there to be a child bared after that incident, you know what I'm saying, is the will of the Lord, man. As you know, as terrible as that may, you know, sound to the ear because of how accustomed we've grown to, you know, being groomed and, you know, the destroyed by America to not understand the importance of life. You understand? That baby is supposed to be here. There's no child born on this earth unless the Lord wanted them to be here, man. You understand? There are no mistakes when it comes to bringing life onto this earth, man. You understand? And our sisters understood that back then, man. And this is why I'm saying the ISUBK is so damn important, because Commander Yohana is getting us back to our culture, man. You understand? Teaching women in the head cherish. You know what I'm saying? Understand this how honorable it is to bear 4 children, man. For a woman to know that, you know what I'm saying, you're the reason why, you know what I'm saying, you buried, like just think about Christ's mother. Think about how good she felt, man. Women always talk about abortion. What if she would have aborted Christ? What would happen to the nation then? Because we needed Christ as a mediator to get back with the Lord. What would have happened then? You understand? Just think about all the greatest athletes. People love sports. Everybody love LeBron James. Everybody love Kobe. Everybody love Jordan. What if their parents would have aborted them, man? You understand? Nobody takes these things into account because of how destroyed we are, man, and the disregard we have for life. You know what I mean? I just wanted to bring that up.
Verse 17. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed. Now remember, Abraham is like 113 years old now. And when the Most High said he was gonna have a child, this is great stuff, man.
You think about Sarah, he like, man,
Sarah 99.
He like, what? She gonna have what? Say that one more time. So like, so I ain't hear that. You mind repeating that again?
And Abram fell upon his face and laughed, and said in his heart, shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear?
You know, so he like, come on, man. Think about that. They're like, that's to bring that to life in our time. Yeah, that's like a 85, 90-year-old woman and a 90-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? They doing their business, and want to get pregnant. Woman get pregnant. She like, how the hell am I going? As old as I am, how am I gonna have this damn baby? You know what I mean? She like, it's impossible. This can't be happening right now.
Gotta work God. Verse 18. That's a good one.
Right.
And Abram said unto God, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. Okay. So he's saying he want Ishmael to be recognized. He already got a son. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Little did he know the Lord got other plans.
Boy, I'm telling you, the Most High is something else, man. But this shows you the humanity. These are people. These are our forefathers. This is our forefather. And he's a regular man. He's like,
right.
Just like the brother said,
Jake, man. Just Jake.
That's right. Verse 19. And the Most High said, Sarah, thy wife, shall bear thee a son indeed.
Right. That's going to happen, Negro. Get ready.
And thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him.
You understand? Not with the firstborn. Remember, he had a whole son. So now you acting like, why does cat even here? The Lord had other plans for Ishmael. Right. You understand what I'm saying? But Isaac is the same way with when we get to chapter 25. When we talking about who? Esau and Jacob. You understand? That's why the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying? Our thoughts and our ways are not like the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? We try to make sense of some things, and we just like it just don't make sense. Why is this like this? Why would this be like that? And it's like we're not the Lord, man. You understand? The Lord know what the hell he doing, man. This is all a big movie, big show that he putting together. You know what I'm saying? He getting the cast together, getting all the actors together, man, and just action. You know what I mean? He just watching it. And we plan it out. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And I will establish my covenant with him for everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. Verse 20. And as for Ishmael, that other guy, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful, and he will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation.
Right. So I'm gonna look out for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look out. I know you love your firstborn son. I'm gonna look out for him. He gonna be all right? But read on.
But he don't get the covenant.
Right.
Verse was 20.
Yeah, 21. 22 is the last one.
Kind of my car, sir. But my covenant.
But my what?
But my covenant.
So what I just gave Ishmael ain't got nothing to do with this covenant. Right? Read on.
But my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
With who?
Isaac.
You understand?
With Isaac.
It's a cut to them cats right there you was talking about.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know the scriptures, man. It's like, what's up, Priest? Not on a wireless mic.
Let's see if this work. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 1. Can you hear it?
Yeah, that sound good.
Take this one. Kind of my car. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. There we go. We good? Most High in Christ. Go ahead, Gapariel.
No, I was just want to add a comment. Like, think about how strong that brother had to be, because I mean, like, I know, like myself, we don't have, you don't have any kids, do you? That you know of? Okay. so like just imagine like if we have our first son, right?
Right.
And then the Lord be like, nah, he ain't it. You be like, damn. Think about how strong you gotta be, man. Cause
Right, your mind, you got plans for him.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that, man. Cause I mean, you know how it is, like you know you getting paid next week. In your mind, you already spent your check, right?
No.
So now imagine you have a son, you already got plans and everything for him. Like, yeah, I got this for him, I got this car, I'm gonna pass this down to him, I got this house, this, that, I got this room, whoop, whoop. And the Lord be like, nah, he ain't it. I got this other one. You be like, damn. He had to be a strong brother for that, man.
Yeah, and like I get what you're saying with that. You know what I'm saying? That just shows you just how set apart and how different we are from this society, from America, because in this place, that type of discipline, you know what I'm saying, that type of obedience, Christianity doesn't exude that. Islam doesn't exude that. You know what I'm saying? No place on the earth do you obtain that type of obedience, that type of discipline and honor, but from the law, statutes, commandments in this Bible, man. This is the only place you're gonna learn. That's what everybody can say what they want to say about the ISUBK, man. But nobody has the discipline that the brothers have in this place, man. Nobody has the respect and the honor and the integrity that we have in this place, man. They can say what they want to say. And this is a prime example. You know what I mean? He didn't fight the Lord. He didn't, you know what I'm saying, get mad. But his mind, he was like, how the hell, you know, my old behind, you know what I'm saying? Her old behind. How this gonna work? You know
and what Gapario said is absolutely true, because he did say to the Lord, well, I already got a son.
Right.
He's my heir.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He gonna be all right. He gonna be all right, but my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
That's heavy.
Which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this time in the next year.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? The Most High already know the date, but nobody else know. Verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And he left off taking with him. Oh, Salakia. And he left off talking with him,
Mm-hmm.
and the Most High went up from Abram.
You understand? So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to clip it up right there. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, next week, we'll pick back up the Genesis chapter 17 and verse 23, right? Pick back up at Genesis chapter 17, verse 23. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. This history. And it's just so crazy to me, because I don't know what Bible these Christians is reading, man. Because I don't know how many times we done seen examples of separation in Genesis alone. As we just read it, man. It just don't make no sense to me. Nowhere in this Bible do you read about the Lord wanting everybody to come together, man. You got it. Okay, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to clip it there, man. We're going to pick it up next week, Genesis chapter 17, you know what I'm saying, verse 23, man. We're going to keep rocking it out. You understand? But just up here, a medium, so we just stand. Men of Israel, gird thyself, prepare to the Torah. So I can be careful on the heart first. Salaki. Okay. That sounds glorious, man. Ready for war. Pick up a sword. How about Shimmy? How was sharp like a yacht? Y'all about Shimmy? How sharp like a yacht? Y'all about Shimmy? How sharp like a yacht?
Y'all watch him out shop. Yeah. One more time.
My name is Mr. Stan. Wapanyak Wadum. Means rise to face east. Close out with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawum. Wasalak Nawa. Kabawath Nawa. Kasalak Nawa. Kabawath Yanawa. Wala'ah. Tabi'aya Nawa. Banasaya 1. Abol. Hawashaya Nawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwath. Waha'ala. Wahathaparith. Iwalumium. Aman.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
The prayer for the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Baba Kashah. Nathan Lenawa. Hakak. La Para'ah. Kal Makala. Wakal Marawa. Hakak. Latahar. Ha Matazar. Rayam. Hakak. Lahakwium. Hamathium. Hakak. Al Raraka Awaf. Hatama'ala. Lagara Shan. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahayam. Matazabaya Alawap Yahana. Ha'alawapium. Hasaranyam. Hakotazayanyam. Hakoyoyoyum. Waha'agwathium. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
The 121st Psalm in the Hebrew. Aisha. Ayanya. Al-Hahariam. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Isaiah. Ma'im. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayim. Wa'arataza. Al-Yathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Hanala'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamor. Yasha Allah. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyaka. Yawamam. Hashmash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makal Rai. Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Athnapashka,
Athnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Tazaadka,
Tazaaka,
Wabawaadka,
Wabawaaka,
Mayatha,
Mayatha,
Wa'id Iwalam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel, shutting the slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore.
The 83rd Psalm in Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al-Damayalaka,
Al-Damayalaka,
Al-Thakarash,
Al-Thakarash,
Wa Al-Thashakwat,
Wa Al-Thashakwat,
Al,
Al,
Kaya Hana,
Kayahana,
Awayabyaka,
Awayabyaka,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yawan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Imaka,
Al-Imaka,
Ya'irayamwa,
Ya'irayamwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatha,
Wayatha,
Ya'itazawa,
Ya'itazawa,
Al-Tazapawanyaka,
Al-Tazapawanyaka,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakidam,
Wanakakidam,
Magoya,
Magoya,
Wala'a,
Wala'at,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa'itazawa,
Nawa'itazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Alyaka,
Alyaka,
Barayath,
Barayath,
Yakarathwa,
Yakaratwa,
Aholia,
Aholia,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wayashamai,
Yashamai,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Mawa'aba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagarium,
Wahagarium,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'ima1,
Waimawan,
Wa'ima-lak,
Waimalak,
Palashaf,
Palashah,
I'm Yashabya,
I am Yeshabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aishalaham,
Aishalaham,
Kamadin,
Kamajin,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah,
Kayabian,
Kayabian,
Manakal,
Banakal,
Kwayashwan,
Kwayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Bayan,
Bayan,
Da'ara,
Dara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Adama,
Adama,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nada,
Nada,
Yabmawa,
Yabmawa,
Kayarab,
Kayarab,
Wakazaba,
Wakazaba,
Wakazabak,
Wakazabat,
Wakatazal,
Wakatazal,
Manai,
Manai,
Kal Nesaya Kamwa,
Kalnasai Kamu,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Naya Rasha,
Nayarashah,
Lanawa,
Manawa,
Ath, Na'awath,
Na'awat,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Sayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Kagogala,
Kagogala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya Raraka,
Lapanya Raraka,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Tabia Ira,
Tabayaira,
Ira,
Yaira,
Wakalahaba,
Kalahaba,
Darahat,
Alahat,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradapma,
Aradapma,
Basa Iraka,
Basa Iraka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapathka,
Wapathka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kualawan,
Palawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwash,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa, Wayabaholwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Ida Aid,
Idai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Waya Abadwa,
Wayabadya,
Waya Dayawa,
Wayadayawa,
Kaya Atha,
Kayatha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Alyawan,
Alyawan,
Al Kal Ha'arataza.
Alkaha Rataza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden one. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre, Asur, also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb. Yea, all their princes, as Zabah and as Almuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh, my power, make them like a wheel, as the stumble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as a flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth.
Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, I Majum Shabbat, I Majum Barak, Yahweh Hashem Shabbat, Yajim Atah. Class dismissed. Before we all get out of our comments and whatnot, I want to grab a picture. Come. Let me shut this down real quick. Yeah, you got no belt.
You got another belt, Yana, sir?
There's not an extra one. It's not
I'll
one.
look again, but
Look in that box. It might be one. We used to have an extra one.
I know that's what I was looking at. Oh, one of y'all.
Well, maybe you could put the part in the back and we block him. You know what I'm saying? That way they can't see his midsection. That's right. Because you're slim and trim, black man. Come over here, sir. I'm hitting in broadcast, it won't end.